Oh, woo. It's only like a 10-minute countdown.
And now, my friend Kathleen's going to do it.
Okay, I need my lipstick. Shit.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna, yeah.
Yep. Hey, Rob. I'm gonna send these last really quick. I gotta go stand next to the router because this is wireless. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna mute Skype. Make sure you're not coming through. No, no, anyway. What?
So I got the sound on from my computer, but I mean, but my microphone, but my microphone is what's recording or what's got my voice. But I still have the stream playing as well.
Okay,
So I'm on both Skype and hearing you, and then I'm going to be on the stream. So because I want to be able to hear the stream.
as long as we don't have an echo, don't worry about it. You know what? Put your earphones in.
What's the button? The earphones to my computer.
Yeah.
So I can hear you on the Skype.
Joe says the conversation's coming through. Hello, everybody.
Oh, there we go. Hello.
Whew, boy. Oh, well, it would help if I muted it. Hello. It is Karma and cocktail time. Are you ready? Let's do this. Woo-hoo! Oh, my Lord. It has been a day, y'all. It has been a day. Robbie, look at the camera. I see the side of your face. Can't hear you. Turn on your mic. It's been a day, you guys. I'm going to tell you.
There we go. Yes, it has been. Yeah.
Okay, I want to introduce you to my friend, my muse, my beloved pastor, one Reverend Rob Banashak.
Woo! Coming to you from Logan Circle, Washington, D.C.
All right, first thing I got to tell you is I have had a hell of a time with this internet all day. Okay, so if you lose me, I apologize, but just hang in there with us. I'll get the stream back up as soon as I can. Let's keep our fingers crossed. The tech gods will show some mercy on me now after beating up on me all day long. Please. So, here we are. What are you drinking, Robbie?
I am drinking Maria Lola Sangria from Trader Joe's.
Hold it up to the camera. I can't see it. It looks yummy. I wonder if I should sit down. I think I'm going to sit down.
So fruity and delicious.
Fruity and delicious? Well, my
Yes.
husband made me a lemon drop tonight.
He did. Oh, so he made it home in time to make it for you.
Did.
Thank you, Joe.
That's the go-to cocktail in our house. And did you see who was with us tonight?
I did not. I can look at my. Let me see.
So, Rob is on Skype, so he can't.
So I have to look to see, what we look like over here because
Right.
I'm vain.
No, boy, I want you to see who's here with us. Okay.
I'll just hold it next
Can
to
you
me.
see?
Oh, there she is. Just about a year ago, we met her, didn't we?
We did. What happened? You're way down in the frame. You gotta come back up. There you go.
I was slouching, like my mother told me to never do.
Sit in your high chair.
Yes,
How are you guys? Hello, enchanted ones. How are you tonight? How was your weekend? How was your Sunday morning? Mine was a cluster.
It really was. Ain't no lie.
I know, like, this is no nice way to put it. It was so bad. So, I'll tell the story. I need a drink because, like, I'm being re-traumatized.
Everybody, join in our cocktail.
So, I work my ass off all week long putting together this beautiful service, with all my fancy this and all my fancy that. And everything was lined up. And so Rob and I have been talking to the powers that be there, the board and everybody about like, you cannot have a professional live stream on Zoom. Like we need to get real and be professional. And of course I've been doing this for a few months and so I told them at the last board meeting, I was like, well, you just wait and see. After I do my service, everybody's going to see what a difference it makes and how awesome it is when you do it on YouTube and you do it on Facebook and you do it with professional live streaming software and with a decent camera, and they'll see, and then they won't care about Zoom anymore because like all the old farts want to be on Zoom, right? So already, right? Work my butt off. Everything is perfect. What the hell happens? Oh my God. It's like just so my internet was screwed. We couldn't even do the service. We could not even do the service.
We tried. We really, really tried. So like at 1:45, service starts at 11, and we were still giving it the good old try at 1:45. And there were people that I think signed off and came back, and then some people that just kind of hung on for dear life.
Oh man, it's just like, and I totally was not expecting it. Totally not expecting it. I was like, okay, I'll screw up now and then, and I'll be muted when I don't know I'm muted, like I always do. Like tonight during the countdown, you guys can hear me and Rob, right? Like that kind of stuff is normal, but not even be able to stream. Oh my God, I was in tears. Tears. It was just awful. But here we are, guys, and lots of you folks are here. Let's say hello. Here is one John Venturini. John is one of my live streaming friends who I met during this, last few months when I just started live streaming, and he's a wonderful support. And thank you so much for coming, John. I really appreciate it. He says, I salute your cocktail with my espresso. Well, good. Yes. Well, of course. So, some of us drink virgin cocktail. Some of us drink espresso. Some of us drink vodka.
That's also true.
Okay. So John is going live in 30. So yeah, he's one of my live streaming friends. And here is Kathleen. Wow. Do you have your cocktail, Kathleen? Did you get a glass of wine? Do you have something? I need another drink.
Her husband often makes her a cocktail when we are on our respective Zooms as well. So very nice.
Who? My husband?
My friend Kathleen also, her husband also makes her a cocktail.
This is a different Kathleen. This is Kathleen Kelly. This is
Kathleen.
So Rob's friend Kathleen, maybe you've already commented. I'm scrolling down all the comments, but if you haven't, please comment and say hello, because you are new to Spirit Throw Me a Bone Live.
Woo!
And John says, good evening, Reverend Rob.
Good evening, John.
Yeah, smart Alec John. Smart guy, aren't you? This message paid for by Verizon. Right, Verizon Fios. Frick you, Verizon Fios. But you know what? I'm starting to think it's my computer. I don't know. I got to figure it out. I don't know. It's something here, I think. Oh, that looks delightful. Plus a lemon drop. Good times. Yes, yes. Well, you can have some, get your lemonade there, Venturini, and enjoy. And you are going live in 30 minutes. So good luck with your live in 30 minutes. And here is Janet. Janet, I love you, Janet. So Janet calls me. Thank God you didn't call me while I was sleeping, because I seriously needed that nap, Janet. So Janet calls me to be like moral support, right? So sweet this afternoon. And she's like, I'm so afraid, I have to do this next week, and I've been afraid to do it, and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, well, just make sure, can you, connect directly to the internet rather than Wi-Fi? And then I'm like, what the hell am I telling her how to do? I just had this oh, boy. John, cluster bleep. Old farts in Zoom. Yep. Okay, now this must be your Kathleen, Robbie. Robbie, look up.
I'm looking at her. I'm looking for the comments. So right below me.
They,
But hi.
hi. It's a bummer that you. Okay, wait a minute. Here's Anne. Well, anyway, let me go. Kathleen, welcome to Spirit Throw Me a Bone Live. Welcome, welcome. I have heard many good things, of course, about you from Rob. And I understand that you are of the same spiritual persuasion as moi. Isn't that true? Yes. We're witches! Okay. And I had too many cocktails this weekend, so it's lavender tea for me tonight. Well, there you go. Lavender tea is perfect on a Sunday night. Unless, of course, you've had a morning like me. Hello, Kathleen. Oh, so Miss Kathleen Kelly is a teetotaler. We welcome all teetotalers. Okay. Oh my gosh, I got a long one here from just John. We are actually going to be having a little bit of Bible study later on. So, but let me just post your. Never stop believing in the power of the incredible medium. Yes, the incredible medium of live streaming. Go back out next week and come back strong. Quoting a big book, as in the AA big book. Some words from Bill W. We earnestly pray for the right ideal. Whoop, come back, come back. Come back. For the right ideal, for guidance in each questionable situation, for sanity, and for the strength to do the right thing. The right thing, keep on doing the darn thing. That's what I'm talking about. Love you, John. Thank you so much. Yay! Yeah. Okay, so what's the loveliest one, Janet? You know, there is a lag under the best of circumstances with Facebook. So, okay, let's give it up for John, guys. 468 days sober. Woohoo! Woo, woo, woo. Okay. So, Anne, you tried to get on this morning. Well, it wouldn't work.
So did everybody.
How did it go, Anne? Did you not hear our intro? It was a cluster. It was awful. I cried. Not on camera. I cried afterwards. Okay, guys. So, Rob.
I'm here.
Come on.
Looking at us.
Look at the camera.
I'm looking at us.
Okay, so talk to me.
So, I will say on being on the other end of this morning that it was a very stressful day. And, but we are here right now, which is the most important thing. And we're going to get through it and we're going to learn from it, which is, you know, kind of what we had to kind of talk ourselves through all day. And, you know, I think when we go through this kind of stuff, we're kind of called upon to remember what we are taught and what we read about, that this is just, you know, there are no mistakes and every challenge is an opportunity. And even when we want to like just go, oh, you know, but yeah, so I this evening, you know, after a little bit of rest and after helping my husband clean up some of the stuff that is coming down from our leaking roof, I got some perspective too. So I think we are going to learn and be even stronger. So I want to say congratulations to you, Brenda, because it was a lot of work and you have a beautiful service and we are going to show.
Nobody saw it.
Well, they will.
I want to do it over again. I don't want to do the recording. That's no fun. I'm just a glutton for punishment. What can I say? You know, this reminds me of tennis. John, if you're still with me, I will tell you. This live streaming thing reminds me of tennis because I do it every freaking Sunday, come hell or high water. So it doesn't matter like how I screwed up the week before. It doesn't matter how bad I feel after, you know, like I love you guys and I know that you guys are like, you're in it with me, right? Because the same folks keep coming back every week. So, man. But it's like tennis. Like if you have like a really shitty day on the court, you know, unlike golf, that takes like the entire day and you can only do it like, once a week or whatever, you know that you can go back and do it again, right? And so you can make it all better. So that's kind of how I feel about live streaming. You just make it all better next time. But of course, I don't know when Reverend Rob is going to allow me to
Oh, like,
officiate a,
you know,
a service again.
look,
And then, like, all the old people, like, we want Zoom, we want
you
Zoom, give
know,
us our Zoom.
you know that we will be happy to have you do this service again whenever you would like. So no worries there at all. I promise. I promise.
Okay, all right, enough me whining. Enough me whining, guys. Okay, so last week we didn't have any tech issues. Thank God. Could you imagine if I had tech tech issues last week? Oh my lord. Interviewing one Joe Mancini, who would have been fine. I mean, he would have been fine and understanding, but I would have been twice as mortified. Well, I don't know. It was pretty bad this morning. But anyway, so last week we hosted Joe Mancini, past life regression therapist. And so he had a lot to say about karma and obviously past life regression and the regressions he did back to the Civil War. And he also had a lot to say about how, during the time of the Civil War, that people were so freaking polarized because the South and the North were just so different culturally, and they just could not have, they just, they had no connection to one another. And that's how war started, because they couldn't empathize. They couldn't walk in the other's shoes. And that's what happened. And so we were talking also about like how this is where we are today, but not to go down that deep, dark path, because I don't want to get negative tonight, about current events, which really are pretty whatever. But I want to talk, Rob, with you about this notion of karma according to Joe Mancini versus like how you feel about it, and different ideas that I have about it, what I've learned about it, what my thoughts are about it. So you got the floor. What is karma? What is karma?
Well, I think that for me, it is, it's actually a simple concept. It is that there is, there's a reaction for every experience. There's an effect for every cause. So for me, it's not about feeling like I am reconciling something from a past life, but that I am working with a thread of my essence that is dealing through things through all of the lives that are happening at the same time. So, with Joe really was somebody who brought me to a clearer awareness of past lives and concurrent lives in a way that made me comfortable, because I've always felt like time is a linear concept. So when we talk about past lives, that we're talking about a construct that is human. And Joe goes from, as you said last week, from kind of the Seth tradition, which is it's all happening at the same time.
Right.
And everything is just kind of a hairline split from the last moment.
Right.
So I feel like I've got karmic issues in my life that continue to make themselves aware to me, but that at any time I can resolve that karmic issue and move forward from it. And a lot of times I think, especially now as I get older, that I'm being given, kind of an extension on my dealing with something. And so, but when I decide to do it, when I know that issue is here for me to just say yes, no, or just do something different, then I know I'm on the way of, turning the corner, going through the turnstile,
Yeah.
and moving forward.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah. So what we get away from then when you think about karma in this way is like, we have like popular culture is just like, you're going to get karma for that. Wait, karma is a bitch.
yeah,
Da, 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 da.
yes,
So it's not like, you wrong somebody and the next day something bad happens to you and that's karma. That's like an oversimplification. But what I will say is that, we all are spirit souls. And so there's no beginning and there's no end. Life is eternal. And so karma is nothing more than the complete collection, aggregation of all of our choices in hundreds of lifetimes. That's what karma is. And so, when you think about astrology and karma as, astrologically, and the astrological chart is your karmic path, really, um, what you're coming into is a setup for you to move through whatever your karma is that you've created for yourself through every single choice you've made in every single lifetime. And it doesn't have to be like bad or good or whatever. And like you can visit the same kind of experience from all different kind of angles. That's really what's enlightening to me. Like, so say in one lifetime, okay, I'll get a little personal here. So, say in one lifetime you really want to be a mother. You really want to be a mother, and this is okay. Full disclosure here. Okay, I'm coming out here. So, say in one lifetime that what your dream was to have a child. That was your dream. That's all you wanted to do was have a child. Not all you wanted to do, but you don't get what I'm saying. And then but it turns out in that lifetime, when you gave birth, you died. The child lived, but you died. And you made the choice. Like, okay, it's either the baby or me, and I want the baby to live. But how sad is that the baby's not going to grow up with a mother, right? That's one lifetime, right? So this is what was uncovered in the past life regression I did with Joe, when I was totally like not freaked out, but totally surprised that I got anything, because like I'm infamous for being missing control and not being able to meditate and not being able to. I was so freaking tired that day that I basically went to sleep, but I woke up during that part of the regression when he said, "Now go to the scene of your death." And I was there. I was totally there. And that's what happened. And it totally relates to my lifetime now. Totally relates to it. So, I'm visiting motherhood in a whole different way, and the interesting thing is that, maybe I shouldn't get so graphic. It's like TMI, right? But like the vision that I had in the past life regression was of like me, and it was like maybe like somewhere just before the turn of the century. I'm like at my deathbed, laying there in the bed, and like there's just blood everywhere, right? And then but in this lifetime, don't you know that when I gave birth, my kids are fine. When I gave birth, I hemorrhaged in a big freaking way. For the first one, and the second one, for Jana, not so much, because we knew what the problems were before, and so we were able to hit it off. But like that was weird, And so I don't know, like the karma about different ways to approach it, the incredibly intense personal spiritual experience of being a mother from all different angles. That's what karma is. It's not like, okay, you did something wrong and now you're going to have to pay for it. It's more like, okay, you need to understand as a spirit soul, and in order to evolve, you need to understand it from all different angles. What do you guys think? Like, I know Rob has an opinion, but okay. So let me just ask like a very specific question, because I want to make it easy for you guys at home to comment. So, are you following me with what I'm saying about like karma not being like good, bad, retribution, that kind of stuff, but just experiencing and growing and evolving through different lifetimes and different experiences and different ways to come at the same experience. Okay. What do you think, Rob?
So how we oftentimes wish for something or hope for something, and it happens exactly as we asked for it, but it may not be what we expected. And I really feel like that, that's an example of the consequence for the choice that we made. So, and a lot of times I'm able to kind of have levity about a moment where I know exactly why I'm in this moment, and it's because I attached myself to something, or I was a catalyst for something that brought me to a moment. and the ones that are unpleasant, but at least, kind of palatable in life, uh, are the ones that I can, kind of look back and see kind of the humor or the way that it works. So, I think it's just realizing that there are consequences for everything, and many of them are unintended, and you'll never be able to figure out what they all are, but just so that you are aware of them. I also think that people get wrapped up, this is like my little soapbox here, about other people's karma. So, the example that I always use is somebody cuts you off or does something in the car, and then you're always just like, I can't wait till the cops get you down the road. And, so we all do that. It's Washington,
Right.
D.C. But I do feel like, okay, so the minute you're worrying about somebody else's karma is the minute you've taken your eye off of the road of your own karma. And like, so if something bothers you in a moment, in any moment, what is that moment? Why are you uncomfortable in that moment? And so ours is to go, okay, I am really upset that person cut me off, but what is that about? That's about me in some way. So it's our opportunity to not wish anything on anybody else. It's our opportunity to go, that's not about me at all, which is easier said than done. But hey, we're moving ahead, so we gotta be strong and to not give into the drama of the karma on somebody else and just chill out about our own.
Yeah. So let me just see what our folks think about all this karma stuff here. So
I'm gonna
John
look.
says, karma noun, theosophy, the cosmic principle according to which each person is rewarded or punished in one incarnation according to the person's. See, no, 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 no. Is that Wikipedia? Wikipedia is wrong, wrong, wrong. Let me see. I'll read it out loud again, because I don't know if you caught that, Rob. So karma,
I
theosophy.
know I call it.
So yeah, no. So we are making an argument against that theory of karma. That's what we're doing right here. We're making an argument against that. That's not how it works. And I don't know if
Which is that's
anyone.
our, that's our
That's our
that's
opinion. That's our opinion. That's my opinion. That's Seth's opinion. I don't know if you guys know who Seth is. He's whatever. Should we explain Seth?
sure.
Okay, you explain Seth.
So Seth is an entity that was channeled through Jane Roberts, and whose
In the
husband,
70s.
um, right, recorded all of those experiences, of Seth, speaking through her. And there's so much wisdom in
It's
what Seth is saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like like the overarching thing about Seth is the way that he talks about time, the nature of time, and of course that unfolds everything with like with reincarnation and whatnot. And um, one of these days, when I'm prepared for one of these streams, I can quote from his Nature of Personal Reality book and whatnot. But the Seth material is like, whew, it is powerful, powerful.
It's transformative. Like I
It,
remember where I was when I was reading about this concept of those kind of slivers of time in the planes, and
yeah,
like I remember how whatever rush it was because I totally understood what it was saying. So yeah, I highly recommend it. It's
right.
it's a chapter.
Material. So the Seth material, along with hermetics, uh, the laws of the universe. Wow, wow, that like pulls everything together. And so I hope my spirit throw me a bone, folks, that we can you know during some of these streams talk about those concepts, because I really would like to share them with you, both the Kabbalion, which sets forth the principles of the laws of the universe, along with some of the Seth material, because it's really, all these years that I've been following spiritual stuff and whatnot, and there's all these different theories and ideas here and there, and like nothing, there was no like common thread. It's like I'd read this and it made sense, and then I'd read this and it made sense, but then it like was contradictory with this, that, or the other. When you go to the Kabbalion and you read the Seth material, it lays out a foundation for all religions, metaphysical thought, everything. It all makes sense then, when you have the opportunity to be exposed to those ideas. But
Hermetic philosophy and the Kabbalion are really the roots, the principles that our church, the Institute for Spiritual Development, are based on. So, there are 7 laws, and it's really how we are expressing metaphysics in the world. Some metaphysical traditions are using the Bible from a metaphysical perspective, which, little spoiler alert, we're going to do that as well. And some people use the writings of Ernest Holmes, who was a metaphysical writer at the turn of the century, and into the 30s. So, but for us, the Kabbalion, which are principles by Hermes Trismegistus.
this,
I heard it
who, by
pronounced.
the way, is
Yeah.
also the inventor, not inventor, but founder of astrology. Hermes, like Mercury, the god Mercury, right?
And yes, and also, I mean, Kabbalah. So, really all they say all occult tradition, which is really all spiritual traditions, really comes from Hermes' thinking, and he lived in ancient Egyptian times.
Right. So, where do we go from here? Like, I'm totally lost my train of thought. This is what happens when you have a cocktail.
I feel like we're on Andy Cohen's Watch What Happens Live.
I don't know Andy Cohen. I don't even know.
They do, yeah. Yeah, he has all these celebrities on, then they all drink, and some of them get, pretty smashed when they're having these interviews. Have you noticed that, like, on a lot of these talk shows, up until COVID, like, even like when Hoda and Kathy Lee were on, like, everybody had cocktails. Like, when did that happen, that the talk shows have these hosts that are pouring glasses of wine for each other? But hey,
well, I want it on the record right now that we're not copying off of them. This was like my original idea, right? It was Karma and Cocktails. And if you don't want to have a cocktail on a Sunday night late, like what's wrong with you? Like, I don't know why you don't want to have a cocktail on a Sunday night when you got to work in Monday morning, right?
Right.
Oh boy. But so yeah, let's see what our folks have to say here. So Anne says, I agree with you on your views of karma. Yes, I follow and agree. All right, John. I think John is probably streaming his own stream right now because it's been about 30 minutes, but that's okay. Let's see what he had to say. He goes back to what I've been saying for a while. We learn from our past, but just learn. We are not to drown in those moments, but learn. Oh, he's okay. So he says, when he cited that definition of karma that I cited to argue against it, I don't necessarily subscribe to it myself. Okay.
Well, that makes sense. Well, yes, that's good.
Well, Anne, how did you miss the show last week? You can watch the tape. It was a good show. Yeah. So on the YouTube replay of it, in the comments is his information, a link to his website. I'm just afraid to even say it, but thank you, tech gods. Thank you, tech gods, for I won't say it.
Keeping us safe.
The concept of the multiverse can transcend time, space, matter, other concepts. I hope in one point in this life I better understand multiverse a bit. Yeah. I'm still here. I don't know how long ago that was, but that was a while ago probably. Okay. All right, guys. So keep the comments coming. We love the comments. So here's the thing. I had all these plans to bring in another camera, which is my iPhone, to do this fun little app and everything, but I'm afraid to to push it, you know what I mean? It's I'm afraid I'm gonna screw something up because nothing has gone right today. I don't know, Robbie, should we
This is going right though. This is going very right. So
Yes it is. Only you're too low in the frame still.
Oh, I keep sitting back. My chair keeps leaning me back.
There you go. Now you're beautiful in the frame. And by the way, guys, I am dressed for the occasion, sort of the loungy, 70s vibe, right?
You've got a Madonna bustier on.
You like that?
I do. It looks good.
Well, what about Katy Perry? Like, have you ever seen that picture of Katy Perry where she's got like these freaking.
Yes, yes. But I'm Madonna. I'm a Madonna gal
You're a
myself.
Madonna girl. Well, she has like all the pearls, right?
And she's my generation, so
All right. Well,
showing my age.
shall we do the steampunk thing or what? Want to try it?
I say go for it.
I say go for it. All right. What time is it?
It's steampunk time.
Let's do that again. I want to do it again. Let's do it again. One more time. Here we go.
Try it.
Oh, I need Robbie back with me. Let's see.
I'm here.
I know, but I can't see you on the screen. Okay.
Oh.
So here's the thing. I gotta like display it on my phone. This is where I get scared because this is when I was crashing before. Should I do it? Should I try it? Should I know?
I say try it because this is a very supportive and loving group. So everybody send that energy to successful sharing of screens and such.
Okay, I have to tell you, my Virgo husband upstairs is like, no, no, don't do it, don't do it.
So if I may tell the story of our service last week, we had a technical issue with Reverend Jim from ISD, and he couldn't get his video. He's doing the service from Florida, and I couldn't tell him how to get this video back up because I couldn't see I didn't know what he was doing wrong. He miraculously gets it back up for 2 seconds, and I think I'm doing us all a favor because in Zoom you can spotlight the video so that it's always going to be his face on this cascade in the gallery. And I don't know why they do this. It's a design flaw. Right as you pull down the menu, there is spotlight the speaker, or spotlight the video, and then right next to it, right above it, is stop the video. So guess which one moments after he got it I chose?
The wrong one.
Wrong one. There goes his video. And so
I was telling Rob, like, anybody else, like, to go through what I went through this morning would have, like, if I had like could you imagine like if it was a boss type person, or I don't know, like, thank God, Rob, it was you, because you totally understand, because you struggle with these same kind of things, and you're my muse, and I love you so much.
Thank you. I love you too. No, it's important because everybody's going to go through this. Everybody's going to have issues. We're reaching big with what we're doing.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, go big or go home, man. So it only means that we're going to know more when it comes time for ISD to be able to do a lot of the stuff that you are kind of paving the way for with your stream here and with everything that you're learning. So I say keep going. We want to. This kind of stuff is beautiful. People love this, and
yeah, except the old parts who want to be on Zoom.
Well, Zoom is convenient. There's no question, and for a class and for a discussion, it's just a wonderful tool. But we don't have the opportunity to have new pictures and new music and switch scenes. Which
yeah. But the problem this morning was even if we did it Zoom, I would have had the same problem with the internet. Yes, so it had nothing to do with anything. Although they don't understand that. They'll be like, she's trying to be too fancy. Okay.
I say go for fancy, man. That's what we want, right?
We're going to go for this right now. And if you lose us, then just come back, because I'll somehow get our stream going again. But here we go, because I want to do this. I want to try this.
I'm going to go see if I can find my steampunk jacket, which I thought I had, but hold on. I'll be back.
All right, there's my phone. Trust computer. There we go. All right, now I gotta find the right. Okay, so Robbie, I don't have you on the screen. Um, but that's okay because I don't want to like mess with stuff. But here we go. We're gonna do steampunk. There you go. So that was the last reading I did. Let me see. How do I get out of here? Back, back. We'll leave reading. Okay. Steampunk Tarot.
So
Oh,
we bought this is the first code that we bought. We were supposed to go to Burning Man this year, and so we
okay.
bought.
I don't have you on here. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Excuse
Let me see.
me.
Let me see, because it's just me and steampunk right now. Hold on. All right.
That's my name, Steampunk.
Well, you know what? I heard that next month Steampunk Stella is going to make an appearance. Come on, come on. Oh, you know what? I need to plug back in my computer soon because it's like getting ready to die. All right, Robbie,
I'm here.
we're gonna go to you and your steampunk jacket in a little bit. Let's do a 3 card reading. The first person who I get a comment from is going to get a 3 card reading. So hurry up. We're going to do a 3 card reading, past, present, future. First comment. First comment, say, I want the reading. I want the steampunk reading. First person, and we're going to give it to you. Hello, John. Janet says me. All right. All right, Janet, you won the first steampunk reading. All right, so we're going to shuffle the cards. Isn't that fancy? Rob, I wish I could have you on here with me, but like I can't deal with it right now.
Choices. You gotta make choices. I
Okay.
get it.
All right, so we're going to cut the deck. And see, isn't this cool? Like, my computer needs to cooperate with this shit. Up this stuff. I'm going to cut the deck. All right, now we're going to draw. Draw. Okay, first card is past. Middle card is present. Third card is future. Whoop, whoop. We'll turn them over one at a time. Isn't that cool, guys? Okay. All right, here's the past. Who is this? I can hardly read it here. Let me see if I can zoom that. Window. Oh, the moon. Okay, well, the moon. What do we know about the moon, guys? Oh, look at that. Ooh. Look at that. All right, where's my interpretation of the moon? So the moon, you would think, I would think that the moon is like a Robbie, chime in whenever you're ready.
All right.
The moon, everybody thinks about the moon as the unconscious and all that kind of stuff. Um, but the moon can be like, what's like kind of underneath the surface causing an issue, or maybe somebody's not being forthright, or what? Help me out, Rob. What do you think the moon? What do you think of the moon?
Well, I'm gonna look at the moon in this card as well, specifically. Uh, I see in this card we are looking at a moon that is actually, kind of illuminating a path. So I think the first thing we see here uh, is a pathway opening, between those two side pieces of the mountain and what is illumined in the night. So I really feel like this is the opportunity that we're having, that we are going to be traveling kind of by dark, or by the light of the moon. And it's the kind of thing, like, the path isn't going to open up until we are courageous enough to kind of be in the dark and be underneath the full moon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. So, the author of this tarot deck, her name is somebody Moore, says that the core meaning is a situation of flux and uncertainty fraught either with deception or the revealing of important truths. The moon warns you that things are not as they seem. You should take nothing at face value. You must question everything. You should consider waiting before deciding your next move. On another level, the moon is a place of inspiration and imagination. Well, like, will you just like tell us which one it is? You can see and experience things you've never dreamt of before. The only things you'll find here are those you bring with you. Okay, so it's like every other type of archetypal definition. It's there's the positive and the negative, right? So, but remember, this is your past, Janet. This is your past. Okay, so now let's read. Uh, Wait a minute. Come on. I want to get back to where I was. Back. Here we go. Okay, now let's read. This is a present. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
in the present, it's you've come back around full cycle, like learn from the past, like got your toolkit with you based on your past experiences, ready to move into the future. Luck is on your side. But it's really it's like sort of like, we've been talking about karma. It's kind of like, okay, what goes around comes around. Now you're poised to launch into the future. What do you think, Robbie?
Yeah, I absolutely think, yeah, the wheel is right now it's a very strong place. It's a very strong placement in your life that you have kind of claimed as a result of kind of your journeying down that path only with the moonlight as your guide. So you're able to kind of reach this place where you know who you are, or you have or you're comfortable in the process of discovering that.
Okay, so Janet, whatever you want to share in the comments about your feelings about these cards, whether they're resonating with you. Okay, so now let's see the future. The Oracle of the Tarot will speak to you of the future in steampunk fashion. Here we go. Boom. The Tower.
Oh wow!
Janet.
All right, Janet, don't get too
Janet.
comfortable with that wheel. These cards are beautiful, by the way.
Aren't they?
They
I
are
love them.
gorgeous. Yes.
I am like a Rider Waite, like I am like totally loyal to the Rider Waite, partly because like I've spent the last 30 years studying astrology, not the tarot. So I need the Rider Waite because like the symbolism is pretty clear and it's a traditional deck or whatever, but I love the steampunk tarot.
They
So
are.
anyway, so Janet is dying to find out like what to make of this tarot card, Rob. Guys, it's gorgeous. Isn't it
It's
gorgeous?
gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And for me, when I look at this, the Rider Waite card, the Tower card is quite often a little unsettling because it makes you feel like whatever you've worked for is like going to come tumbling down. In this case, it's really beautiful. It almost looks like it's Lothlorien from Lord of the Rings, and I feel like there are some issues that could be uh, hitting at the tower and certainly trying to breach what you have made. But this particular card, we see that tower is a strong tree with strong roots built into the ground, and that is just the strength that you have developed is what is going to help you stand tall against these outside forces that think they can breach you but ultimately will not be able to. So
Rob is very practiced at always giving a positive reading.
well, and
He
it's
is
like
the minister, by the way.
but it's like what is a negative, what is that going to do?
Okay, okay,
It's
okay. Can I talk now?
sure,
Okay.
it's your show.
But you're my co host. Okay. So, in the Rider Waite deck, the tower, you see people like just like falling out of the windows, like, ah! Like all of a sudden, like some bomb or lightning struck the tower and people unexpectedly. That's the thing. It's Mars and Scorpio. Like people, it's just like an unexpected, like all hell breaks loose, disheveled change. It's just about change, really. So, like, whatever you're planning, keep planning it, but don't get too attached to the plan. But the tower is good in the sense that, like, whatever you're trying to build, that, your soul is like, eh. Okay. We're back. I hope you guys are back with me. Oh shit, there's like one person left. Two. The tower. The tower. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got two people on Facebook. We got one person on YouTube. All right, I need to bring Robbie back in. The tower. Okay, that was my fault. That was not my internet. That was my fault. That was my fault. It warned me that like I had to unplug the power to the computer so I could plug in my phone because I have all four ports totally taken up with all these freaking million devices I've got plugged into my computer. But we were talking about the tower. Now, let me tell you something. That was the tower in action. Okay, so that is the enchanted universe speaking to us. That is spirit throwing us a bone. Like, not really a bone I particularly wanted to catch, but we don't always have a choice in these matters. We got four people back. All right, Robbie, so I'm going to bring you back in. Somehow. Hang on with me, guys, while I get Rob back in. Meeting with Robbie. Start call. Start meeting. Hey.
That's me.
So we were talking about the tower.
I know, right?
Okay, all right, wait, I'm gonna get you back on the split screen here. I find my mouse. Come on, mouse. Thank you so much for coming back, guys. Aren't you having fun?
Yes.
Um,
Which is actually a lesson to people who are reading, because quite often the cards we are drawing for others are definitely for
you
us to look at
think?
as well.
You think? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find my mouse here. All right, here we go. I want to. There. Okay, now wait. I gotta get you. I gotta figure this out here. Hold on. Look how lovely Rob is dressed.
I know. Look, this coat was from we got it for Burning Man this year. So
All right, I am looking for like. Why can't I find this camera that I want to find here? Oh, here we go. All right. All right, now I want to swap cameras. Okay, get in the middle of your frame, babe. There you go. Perfect. Okay, now but now you're Brenda. Okay, now I gotta.
I can be. You can call me Brenda. I don't mind.
You can call me Paul. You can call me. What? How's that song go?
You can call me Ray. You can call me Jay.
Look up. Look at the camera. Oh, I love the like.
I know. I'm just looking at I'm looking at us when I'm looking. So have no fear. Looking how you know.
So is it like a cape or what?
No, it's like it's like a jacket. So it's got several parts to it. So it's got an
Oh my god.
and all the little like belts and buckles.
Oh
and,
man, that's like kind of BDSM or whatever you call it.
Yeah, it's if I had like a little steampunk top hat, I'd feel great.
Okay. Well, we're back up to 4. We were at like 10 before. Now we got 4, but we love you. 4 people
Yes,
came back.
we're
One of
having
them
fun.
is you, right?
We're having fun.
Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna go to comments and see if it's Janet that's with us here. Hold on. You're back, Wenders. Wendy is here with us.
Hi, Wendy.
Wendy! Yay! Oh, no audio. Hold on. Why no audio? Well, there should be audio. It says I got audio. Tell me I got audio. Yes, we're back. Kathleen said no audio, but we should have audio because it says I have audio. Please tell me I have audio. Wow, fancy. Fancy pants. That's my problem. I'm too fancy, people will say.
See?
That's why I couldn't stream church service this morning. um Joseph, dear husband, if you are watching, Um, my cocktail is empty. I would really appreciate another one. We'll see. We'll see if he jumped back on.
Hi, Joe. Thank you, Joe.
Okay, now we got 3 people. Damn, we're doing good.
We still are. Look, you got it back.
Wendy's hi smooches. I have audio. Missed you, Wendy. Okay, where were we? Janet, the tower.
Tower.
Wendy, were you watching? Were you watching during the tower?
Tower crashing.
Of course, it was when I'm talking about the tower. What? Rob wants to put a really nice spin on the tower. He's a minister, like he wants to make it sound all rosy. And then I get on, I'm like, the tower, and then it's like, okay, all right, well, that's Steampunk Tarot, guys. What'd you think? I want to hear that music again. Let me get back to my screen.
I want to go get a set of those cards.
I don't even have a set. I just have it online.
I really like them.
Wendy, did you hear our steampunk music? Check this out. Okay. All right. So what time we got? 9:30. We're about at an hour. So I think it's time to repent. Do you think we need to repent, Rob? No, you got no audio. You got no audio. What happened to your audio? What? No audio. There you go. There you go. No?
Sorry.
Okay. What happened?
Oh, I pulled out my little mic. Come on, let's just make this let's do it. That's the day.
I guess I'm not getting another drink. I guess I have to drink water. That's all right.
It's gonna bring it. We have time.
That's probably a better thing.
Well, they say one drink of water, 1 cup of water between drinks will keep you from
Get drunk?
Yeah, but you don't have to drive anywhere.
I know. I just have to
Neither do I.
dream. My grandfather used to say, "Sure am glad I'm home," when we would leave his house in Tacoma Park to drive 30 minutes home to Laytonsville.
Yeah, there's something to that.
There is something to that. Okay, so what time is it?
It is.
Well, never did figure that out. What time is it?
It's Bible verse time.
Wait. Wait. There it is. Okay, sorry. What do you want? Oh, wait. I'm dressed for church.
I'm coming.
Come back. I have one more sip of my cocktail. Don't tell anybody I'm drinking at church. The Reverend Rob. Okay, I got to put on my church lady persona. That requires a southern accent.
And I'm gonna be the rebel. I'm gonna be the heretic.
You gonna be the heretic?
Yep.
Okay, what? It's Bible study time,
It
y'all.
is Bible study time. Let's study. Let's
Okay,
study those verses.
so what verse are we reading today, Reverend?
So, I thought we would start at the beginning. And I thought that we would start in the beginning of creation. So let us just start with Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 and 2. How about that?
Okay, but like, you gotta tell me where to find it. Go.
Oh, in the Bible. Oh, Genesis, book of Genesis.
Find it in the Bible. Okay, so
Yes.
like what page?
Oh, so I'm online. So
I got the second book of Samuel. That's not it. So it must be like the very beginning, like maybe the first 2 pages.
yes, in the beginning of creation is how it
Okay.
starts.
Okay. This is
And I'm gonna sing.
actually this is my Bible, and then my mom took it, and then it became her Bible, and so I think of it as my mama's Bible. Okay. I am looking the Old Testament. Genesis. Well, look at there. It's like the first page.
Right, that'd be in the beginning. Yep.
Okay. So what am I reading?
So let us read. Actually, why don't we read up through? Read up through one. Read up through chapter 14 all the way, or sorry, verse 14 all the way through.
Oh my God.
Well, no, start with verse 1. Just
In the beginning, God created.
That's it. Yep, just that there.
Okay, just tell me when to stop. Okay. Okay. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was moving over the face of the waters.
All right, there you go. So, friends, we've heard these Bible passages about Genesis since we were kids, right? Some of us have. And I will bet that most of us were not taught about these passages being allegorical.
Wait. What does allegorical mean?
So, what it means is that we are looking at verses with ideas that tell a narrative, but that each portion of each component of that narrative means something much bigger than just what the narrative is. So we're looking at, so we're taking something that looks like it's at a micro level, and it's just the story of a void and an old white man that says, in the beginning, create heavens and earth. But I'm going to ask.
What is he really saying? So what is the allegory saying?
So again, this is a way of looking at the Bible that we have all grown up with whatever, kind of visceral reaction we have to it, and opening ourselves up to these texts meaning something much greater than they might look like on the surface, but also much greater than they were originally intended even.
Oh.
So if we just break apart those first 2 verses, so we're actually looking at an already created universe. So in the beginning implies that we have already entered into the story that has creation. And so when we say we've created the heavens and earth, what we are looking at is not necessarily a description of the actual creation of the universe.
Okay,
but stay with me here. But we're actually looking at symbolic references to a process that takes place in the universe, i.e., the creative process.
Oh.
So, if you look at this instead of the actual thing in the Bible we're picturing, and think of it instead of what happens to us when we seek to create. So, in the beginning of creation is a vast void. Our our imagination is now open to experiencing the heavens and the earth. So we're talking about a symbology, not even of them representing actual things, but representing ideas that are how we live. So the story is not about how to, they're not prescriptive in how to live. They show us what happens in life, as in life universally. Does that make sense?
No.
So then
This is how I was in class
verse
about
3.
this. I was like, I didn't get it. Can I go home yet? I'm sorry.
Stick with me. Stick with me. This is
Okay.
Bible study.
Bible study. That's probably why I never went to Bible study, because I don't get it.
But see, this is the fun part, though.
Those.
It allows us. We can look at anything now and see it as something that's bigger or different than it was, and not necessarily that restrictive, conservative way that we were brought up. So just read verse 3 out loud.
Verse 3. The one that starts, and God says?
Yes.
Okay. This is when I get to like. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw that light was good. And God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning one day.
There you go. So let's just start with the let there be light and there was light. So if we think about our creative process as people, as consciousness, then let there be light and there was light begins to take us down that process. So the light that we're referring to is actually the arrival, the coming forth of our awareness and our intelligence. So onto this imprintable space of heaven and earth, onto this imagination that we now have awareness opening us up to the creative process. So the story of creation is literally the story of how we create.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes. Got it. I think. Robbie,
So
you.
an exercise like this is to allow us to kind of
There you
to reclaim these verses, which again may have impact on us from our childhood, but when we can see that they are just showing us how we live as humans, they're a commentary on the way to access our imagination, which is our alignment with the divine. So when we are creative, we are aligning with spirit, and this is the kind of way that it happens. So
That's what I'm talking about.
yes, see,
That's what I'm talking about.
Praise spirit, praise be,
Praise the Lord.
praise the Lord.
All right, here we go. We're going to praise the Lord right now.
All right, so let's read. Let's get to
You like that, Palmer? All right, I think Robbie wants to say
to some of the wisdom that's there, and to see really how cool it is when we begin to look at the world this way, when we begin to see the creative process in the world around us.
Well, I, for one, would love to gain a new respect for the Bible.
Then let's do it. Let's do it.
Do it. Let's do it. You got another little passage to read?
I do. So
I could go on forever, but I don't know if other people want to. Oh, now we got 8 people. Okay, so it's 9:43.
So the what we were doing tonight was starting with Genesis because it's the beginning, and so let's look at the beginning of our process.
Okay, but you just sit up because I can't see you.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just slouching.
And plus, we can't see your pretty coat. Can you show us the pretty coat again?
Which is beautiful. So I got straps and buckles. It's hot as hell because it's actually pleather, but
the pleather.
Yeah.
And it matches your red hair.
It does match my red hair. Which I ordered new wigs for tonight, but they didn't come in. Oh well.
I know. I ordered a church lady hat and it didn't come in.
Well, there's that was today clearly.
You guys definitely next month you got to make it for Karma and Cocktails because we'll finally get our shit together. Oh, didn't mean to curse in church.
Well, you know me.
Okay, where were we? Bible study time.
So I want us to just kind of
Uh-oh, you're freezing. What's going on? Please, please don't lose me. Okay, go ahead. Shit.
So let's you just keep reading up until you hit the verse 20 and be done.
That's a lot of reading. Okay.
Okay, that's a lot. Is it?
Okay, well, we don't want to read about the firmament and stuff.
So this is okay. I do want to read one of the firmaments, just because I want us to think about it differently. So just read 14 through 20, the one that says, "Let their lights be in the firmament of the heavens to separate day from night."
Okay. Here we go. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to separate the day from the night. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. And let them be lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made the 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. And he made the stars also. And God set them into firmament of the heavens to give light upon the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good, and there was evening, and there was morning, a 4th day.
So a lot's happening here.
Yeah.
And really, again, we're going back to the symbology.
I got one question though. Just, I promise I'll stop interrupting. But like, why is the lesser light the moon? Just because it's not as bright? Is it because it's female? Like, what's the deal?
All good questions. And of course, I'm going to say there is no such thing as lesser light. So
okay.
That's what they say. Anyway, but I think it's, again, look at how we look at it and how they might have been interpreting that lesser light. So if it was not, if that light at the time was not as hot as the sun, if they saw light that they didn't know was being reflected, then to them that might have been, that's because it did not have kind of a sensory impact on you, that it might be lesser. I'm thinking out loud there, but so this idea though is important, is about the light and the difference between light and the other lights, the other reflected light, the light and the darkness, which really keeps reminding us that of the duality of our existence. You cannot have the dark without the light. You cannot have the light without the dark. They coexist. And another way to look at the lesser light is that you've never said that it is anything bad. You've called it another degree of what we've seen. In Hermetic philosophy, that's truly the case of the opposites are just different degrees of the same thing. So what we see in that, so if we look at that as through creative process, we have the feminine aspect of the understanding, the moonlight, I won't say lesser light, and the sunlight of the will. These components are not, they are the masculine and feminine principles that we all exist in every day. Everything exists with these principles.
Right.
So we are looking at, in the creative process, will and understanding, what we're going to do and act on, and how we're going to interpret it with our emotions or with our feelings. So we are looking at the creative process involves both principles in how we create. We are not just exercising one of those components in us. We are exercising
both to create.
Correct.
You can't create with
Correct. And I think most people think, oh, they're thinking in traditional terms of masculine and feminine. And so, oh, I don't create feminine, I don't create in the feminine way, or I don't create in the masculine way. But it is what we do. We may have different degrees of how we use those in our creation, but it's a duality that we employ all the time. So.
Okay. So are we done with Bible study?
We can be done with Bible study. I want us all to just look at creation as Genesis, as creation, as not creation of the universe, but the creative process that we use when we create our universes. Does that make sense?
Well, when we create our universes, or when we create anything.
When we create anything, yes.
Right? Because the universe is created by a tiny million little creations, right?
Yes. And our frame of reference from that universe is our creation, is our envisioning and intention and imagination is the key. So, which is how we align with the source, the divine creator. And that is your Bible study lesson for the now.
And I want to see that jacket one more time.
Oh, yes, I love it. I really do love it. I wish I had a wider view, but
I'll see what I can do. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can. No.
I'll wear it to church next time. So I love this part. Like, it's got this fake vest on the inside. and then you can.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, actually, I think it's been a successful stream in terms of like the technical stuff. I mean, the only problem was like my battery died on my computer. It told me like it was red. It said, Brenda, you need to unplug your phone and plug back in the power to your computer. But of course, I wasn't listening. I was talking about the tower, and then what happened?
Again, a lesson. When the signs present themselves to us,
you gotta pay attention.
You gotta pay attention.
When spirit throws you a bone, you gotta be ready to catch that bone.
Bingo.
So, anyway, so this is a once a month gig because Reverend Rob is a busy guy, and so.
Sunday nights and all.
Right. So we're gonna do this again next month, and. So the stream before that, the 25th, I believe, we are going to have Jennifer Kudashov. I'm going to be interviewing her on Spirit Throw Me a Bone Live, and Jennifer has been channeling the Pleiadians since May, and she has all kinds of really interesting things to say about that and beautiful messages to share with us, which she was going to share at church today, but, it didn't really work out. But anyway, we're going to have a whole hour or so with her on the 25th.
I am. For the following week, we can look at some of the Bible verses that they now say are actually indicators of the advanced worlds existing at that time. So there are that we can line it that way.
That's cool. So then we'll have a little continuity there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the 25th. But in between, we have 2 weeks. We're just going to do Spirit Throw Me a Bone. We're going to go back to our astrology. We're going to go back to like the regular format for 2 weeks. I will think of some new and exciting things to do doing those streams. But yeah, so this is going to be a regular monthly thing. Karma and Cocktails with Reverend Rob.
Cheers.
Cheers. I never did get my second cocktail. I felt better of it.
Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry.
Mhm. But with that, we are going to slide on out of here.
Mm, mm, mm. Mm,
Yeah.
mm, 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 mm. Girl, you are blessed. Thank you so much for all your work and all of your enthusiasm. Hot spot.
Thank you guys for coming tonight. Thank you for all your comments. Woo! Got any more comments for me?
Oh, I do, but take it together.
Sleep tight, you guys.
Sleep tight, guys.
So, till next time, same sacred time, same sacred channel.
Believe in the karma, believe in that cocktail.
Believe in it all. So be well, be true, be sacred, be you.
Peace out.